1 to 0. 2 to 0. 3 to 0. 4 to 0. 4 to 1. 5 to 1. 6 to 1. 7 to 1. 8 to 1. 8 to 2. 9 to 2. 9 to 3. 9 to 4. 10 to 4. 10 to 5. 10 to 6. 10 to 7. 10 to 8. 11 to 8. 12 to 8. 12 to 9. 12 to 10. 12 to 11. 13 to 11. 13 to 12. 14 to 12. 15 to 12. 15 to 13. 15 to 14. 15 to 15. 15 to 16. 16 to 16. 17 to 16. 17 to 17. 17 to 18. 18 to 18. 19 to 18. 20 to 18. 21 to 18. 21 to 19. 22 to 19. 23 to 19. 23 to 20. 23 to 21. 24 to 21. 24 to 22. 24 to 23. 24 to 24. 24 to 25. 25 to 25. 26 to 25. 27 to 25. 27 to 26. 27 to 27. 28 to 27. 29 to 27. 29 to 29. 30 to 29. 30 to 30. 31 to 30. 31 to 31. 31 to 32. 32 to 32. 32 to 33. 32 33 to 33. 34 to 33. 35 to 33. 35 to 34. 35 to 35. 36 to 35. 37 to 35. 38 to 35. 38 to 36. 39 to 36. 39 to 37. 39 to 38. 40 to 38. 40 to 39. 41 to 39. 41 to 40. 42 to 40. 43 to 40. 44 to 40. 44 to 41. 45 to 41. 45 to 42. 45 to 43. 46 to 43. 46 to 44. 47 to 44. 47 to 45. 48 to 45. 49 to 45. 50 to 45. 51 to 45. 51 to 46. 51 to 47. 52 to 47. 52 to 48. 52 to 49. 53 to 49. 54 to 49. 54 to 50. 55 to 50. 55 to 51. 55 to 52. 56 to 52. 56 to 53. 57 to 53. 58 to 53. 59 to 53. 60 to 53. 61 to 53. 61 to 54. 61 to 55. 61 to 56. 61 to 57. 61 to 58. 61 to 59. 61 to 60. 61 to 61. 61 to 62. 61 to 63. 62 to 63. 63 to 63. 63 to 64. 63 to 65. 64 to 65. 65 to 65. 66 to 65. 67 to 65. 67 to 66. 67 to 67. 68 to 67. 69 to 67. 70 to 67. 70 to 68. 70 to 69. 70 to 70. 71 to 70. 71 to 71. 72 to 71. 73 to 71. 74 to 71. 74 to 72. 74 to 73. 74 to 74. 74 to 75. 75 to 75. 75 to 76. 76 to 76. 76 to 77. 76 to 78. 76 to 79. 76 to 80. 77 to 80. 77 to 81. 77 to 82. 78 to 82. 78 to 83. 79 to 83. 80 to 83. 81 to 83. 81 to 84. 82 to 84. 82 to 85. 82 to 86. 82 to 87. 82 to 88. 82 to 89. 82 to 90. 83 to 90. 83 to 91. 84 to 91. 85 to 91. 85 to 92. 86 to 92. 87 to 92. 88 to 92. 88 to 93. 88 to 94. 89 to 95. 90 to 95. 91 to 95. 91 to 96. 91 to 97. 91 to 98. 92 to 98. 93 to 98. 93 to 99. 93 to 100. 94 to 100. 95 to 100. 96 to 100. 96 to 101. 96 to 102. 96 to 103. 96 to 104. 97 to 104. 98 to 104. 99 to 104. 99 to 105. 99 to 106. 99 to 107. 100 to 107. 101 to 107. 102 to 107. 103 to 107. 103 to 108. 103 to 109. 103 to 110. 104 to 110. 105 to 110. 105 to 111. 106 to 111. 107 to 111. 108 to 111. 109 to 111. 110 to 111. 110 to 112. 111 to 112. 112 to 112. 112 to 113. 112 to 114. 113 to 114. 114 to 114. 115 to 114. 115 to 115. 115 to 116. 115 to 117. 116 to 117. 117 to 117. 118 to 117. 119 to 117. 120 to 117. 121 to 117. 121 to 118. 122 to 118. 123 to 118. 124 to 118. 124 to 119. 124 to 120. 125 to 120. 125 to 121. 125 to 122. 126 to 122. 126 to 123. 127 to 123. 127 to 124. 128 to 124. 128 to 125. 128 to 126. 128 to 127. 128 to 128. 129 to 128. 129 to 129. 130 to 129. 130 to 130 to 100. 130 to 131. 131 to 131. 132 to 131. 133 to 131, 134 to 131, 134 to 132, 135 to 132, 136 to 132, 137 to 132, 138 to 132, 139 to 132, 140 to 132, 141 to 132, 141 to 133, 142 to 133, 143 to 133, 144 to 133, 145 to 133, 145 to 134, 146 to 134, 146 to 135, 140, 146 to 137, 147 to 137, 147 to 138, 147 to 139, 147 to 140, 147 to 141, 147 to 142, 147 to 143, 148 to 143, 149 to 143, 150 to 143, 150 to 144, 150 to 145, 151 to 145, 151 to 146, 151 to 147, 151 to 148, 151 to 149, 152 to 149, 153 to 149, 154 to 149, 154 to 150, 154 to 151, 155 to 151, 156 to 151, 156 to 152, 156 to 153, 156 to 154, 157, 157 to 154, 158 to 154, 158 to 155, 158 to 156, 158 to 157, 159 to 157, 160 to 157, 161 to 157, 162 to 157, 163 to 157, 163 to 158, 164 to 158, 164 to 159, 164 to 160, 164 to 161, 164 to 162, 164 to 163, 165 to 163, 166 to 163, 167 to 163, 168 to 163, 169 to 163, 170 to 163. 171 to 163. 171 to 164. 171 to 165. 172 to 165. 173 to 165. 173 to 166. 173 to 167. 174 to 167. 175 to 167. 176 to 167. 213 to 205. 214 to 205. 214 to 206. 215 to 206. 215 to 207. 216 to 207. 217 to 207. 217 to 208. 217 to 209. 218 to 209. 219 to 209. 219 to 210. 219 to 211. 220 to 211. 220 to 212. 220 to 213. 221 to 213. 221 to 214. 221 to 215. 221 to 216. 221 to 217. 221 to 218. 221 to 219. 222 to 219. 223 to 219. 224 to 219. 225 to 219. 225 to 220. 226 to 220. 226 to 221. 226 to 222. 227 to 222. 228 to 222. 229 to 222. 229 to 223. 230 to 223. 230 to 224. 230 to 225. 231 to 225. 231 to 226. 231 to 227. 232 to 227. 233 to 227. 234 to 227. 235 to 227. 235 to 228. 236 to 228. 237 to 228. 237 to 229. 238 to 229. 239 to 229. 239 to 230. 240 to 230. 241 to 230. 242 to 230. 243 to 230. 243 to 231. 244 to 231. 245 to 231. 245 to 232. 245 to 233. 245 to 234. 246 to 234. 247 to 234. 248 to 234. 248 to 235. 248 to 236, 248 to 237, 249 to 237, 249 to 238, 250 to 238, 250 to 239, 250 to 240, 250 to 241, 250 to 242, 250 to 243, 251 to 243, 251 to 244, 251 to 245, 251 to 246, 251 to 247, 251 to 248, 252 to 248, 252 to 249, 253 to 249, 253 to 250, 253 to 251, 254 to 251, 255 to 251, 256 to 251, 256 to 252, 257 to 252, 258 to 252, 258 to 254, 259 to 254, 260 to 254, 261 to 254, 262 to 254, 262 to 255, 263 to 255, 263 to 256, 264 to 256, 264 to 257, 264 to 258, 264 to 259, 265 to 259, 265 to 260, 265 to 261, 265 to 262, 265 to 263, 265 to 264, 266 to 264, 266 to 265, 267 to 265, 267 to 266, 267 to 267, 267 to 268, 268 to 268, 268 to 269, 269 to 269, 270 to 269, 271 to 269, 271 to 270, 271 to 271, 272 to 271, 272 to 272, 273 to 272, 273 to 273, 273 to 274, 274 to 274, 275 to 274, 275 to 275, 276 to 275, 277 to 276, 278 to 276, 279 to 276, 280 to 276, 281 to 276. 281 to 277. 282 to 277. 82 to 278. 282 to 279. 283 to 279. 284 to 279. 285 to 279. 285 to 280. 285 to 281. 286 to 281. 287 to 281. 287 to 282. 287 to 283. 287 to 284. 288 to 284. 288 to 285. 289 to 285. 289 to 286. 289 to 287. 289 to 288. 289 to 289. 290 to 289. 290 to 290. 291 to 290. 292 to 290. 293 to 290. 294 to 290. 295 to 290. 296 to 290. 297 to 290. 297 to 291. 298 to 291. 298 to 292. 299 to 292. 299 to 293. 299 to 294. 300 to 294. 301 to 294. 301 to 295. 301 to 296. 302 to 290. 302 to 297. 302 to 298. 303 to 298. 304 to 298. 305 to 298. 306 to 298. 306 to 299. 307 to 299. 307 to 300. 307 to 301. 308 to 301. 309 to 301. 309 to 302. 309 to 303. 309 to 304. 310 to 304. 310 to 305. 311 to 305. 312 to 305. 313 to 305. 313 to 306. 314 to 306. 314 to 307. 315 to 308. 315 to 308. 316 to 308. 307 to 308. 318 to 308. 319 to 308. 320 to 308. 320 to 309. 321 to 309. 322 to 309. 323 to 309. 324 to 309. 324 to 310. 325 to 310. 325 to 311. 325 to 312. 325 to 313. 326 to 313. 327 to 313. 328 to 313. 328 to 314. 329 to 314. 330 to 314. 330 to 315. 330 to 316. 330 to 317. 330 to 318. 331 to 318. 332 to 318. 333 to 318. 333 to 319. 333 to 320. 333 to 321. 333 to 322. 333 to 323. 334 to 323. 334 to 324. 334 to 325. 335 to 325. 335 to 326. 336 to 326. 337 to 326. 338 to 326. 339 to 326. 339 to 327. 339 to 328. 339 to 329. 340 to 329. 341 to 329. 342 to 329. 343 to 329. 344 to 329. 344 to 330. 345 to 330. 331. 345 to 332. 345 to 333. 345 to 334. 345 to 335. 346 to 335. 346 to 336. 347 to 336. 347 to 337. 348 to 337. 349 to 337. 350 to 337. 350 to 338. 350 to 339. 350 to 340. 350 to 341. 350 to 342. 350 to 343. 350 to 344. 351 to 344. 351 to 345. 352 to 345. 352 to 346. 353 to 346. 354 to 346. 355 to 346. 355 to 347. 355 to 348. 355 to 349. 355 to 350. 355 to 351. 355 to 352. 356 to 352. 356 to 353. 356 to 354. 357 to 354. 358 to 354. 358 to 355. 358 to 356. 359 to 356. 360 to 356. 360 to 357. 360 to 358. 361 to 358. 361 to 359. 361 to 360. 362 to 360. 363 to 360. 363 to 361. 363 to 362. 363 to 363. 363 to 364. 364 to 364. 364 to 365. 365 to 365. 365 to 366. 365 to 367. 365 to 368. 365 to 369. 365 to 370. 366 to 370. 366 to 371. 366 to 372. 366 to 373. 366 to 374. 366 to 375, 367 to 375, 368 to 375, 368 to 376, 368 to 377, 369 to 377, 370 to 377, 370 to 378, 371 to 378, 372 to 378, 373 to 378, 373 to 379, 373 to 380, 374 to 380, 375 to 380, 376 to 380, 376 to 381, 377 to 381, 378 to 381,
Please like,
378 to 382,
Please like and subscribe.
378 to 383, 379 to 383,
Please like.
379 to 384, 380 to 384, 381 to 384,
Please like and subscribe.
382 to 384, 382 to 385, 382 to 386,
Please like and subscribe.
382 to 387, 382 to 388, 382 to 389, 383 to 389, 384 to 389, 384 to 390, 384 to 391, 384 to 392, 385 to 392, 386 to 392, 387 to 392, 388 to 392, 388 to 393, 389 to 393, 389 to 394, 389 to 395, 389 to 396, 390 to 396, 391 to 396, 391 to 397, 392 to 397, 392 to 398, 393 to 398, 393 to 399, 393 to 400, 393 to 393 to 402, 394 to 402, 394 to 403, 394 to 404, 394 to 405, 394 to 406, 394 to 407. 395 to 407. 396 to 407. 396 to 408. 397 to 408. 397 to 409. 397 to 410. 398 to 410. 399 to 410. 399 to 411. 400 to 411. 400 to 412. 401 to 412. 402 to 412. 403 to 412. 404 to 412. 404 to 413. 405 to 413. 406 to 413. 406 to 414. 407 to 414. 408 to 414. 409 to 414. 410 to 414. 411 to 414. 411 to 415. 411 to 416. 412 to 416. 412 to 417. 413 to 417. 413 to 418. 413 to 419. 414 to 419. 415 to 419. 415 to 420. 415 to 421. 415 to 400. 416 to 422. 417 to 422. 417 to 423. 417 to 424. 417 to 425. 417 to 426. 417 to 427. 417 to 428. 417 to 429. 418 to 429. 418 to 430. 419 to 430. 419 to 431. 420 to 431. 420 to 432. 420 to 433. 420 to 434. 421 to 434. 421 to 435. 421 to 436. 421 to 437. 422 to 437, 422 to 438, 422 to 439, 423 to 439, 424 to 439, 424 to 440, 424 to 441, 425 to 441, 425 to 442, 425 to 443, 426 to 443, 426 to 444, 426 to 445, 426 to 446, 427 to 446, 428 to 446, 429 to 446, 429 to 447, 430 to 447, 431 to 447, 431 to 448, 432 to 448.
Please like and subscribe and comment. Please like and comment.
433 to 448, 433 to 449,
Please like and comment.
433 to 450, 434 to 450, 435 to 450, 436 to 450, 436 to 451, 437 to 451, 437 to 452, 438 to 452, 438 to 453, 438 to 454, 438 to 455, 439 to 455, 439 to 456, 439 to 457, 440 to 457, 440 to 458, 440 to 459, 441 to 459, 441 to 460, 442 to 460, 442 to 461, 442 to 462, 443 to 462, 444 to 462, 445 to 462, 446 to 462, 446 to 463, 446 to 464, 446 to 465, 447 to 465, 448 to 465, 448 to 466, 449 to 466, 449 to 467, 450 to 467, 451 to 467, 452 to 467, 452 to 468, 452 to 469, 453 to 469, 453 to 470, 454 to 470, 454 to 471, 454 to 472, 454 to 473, 455 to 473, 456 to 473, 456 to 474, 456 to 475, 456 to 476, 457 to 476, 458 to 476, 458 to 477, 459 to 477, 460 to 477, 461 to 477, 461 to 478, 461 to 479, 462 to 479, 462 to 480, 462 to 481, 462 to 482, 463 to 482, 464 to 482, 464 to 483, 465 to 483, 465 to 484, 466 to 484, 467 to 484, 468 to 484, 468 to 485, 469 to 485, 469 to 486, 470 to 486, 471 to 486, 472 to 486, 473 to 486, 474 to 486, 475 to 486, 475 to 487, 475 to 488, 476 to 488, 477 to 488. 478 to 488. 478 to 489. 479 to 489. 479 to 490. 480 to 490. 480 to 491. 481 to 491. 482 to 491. 482 to 492. 482 to 493. 483 to 493. 483 to 494. 484 to 494. 485 to 494. 486 to 494. 486 to 495. 487 to 495. 488 to 495. 489 to 495. 489 to 496. 489 to 497. 490 to 497. 490 to 498. 491 to 498. 492 to 498. 493 to 498. 494 to 498. 494 to 499. 494 to 500. 495 to 500. 496 to 500. 496 to 501. 497 to 501. 497 to 502. 498 to 502. 498 to 503. 499 to 503. 500 to 503. 500 to 504. 500 to 505. 501 to 505. 502 to 505. 502 to 506. 502 to 507. 502 to 508. 502 to 509. 502 to 510. 503 to 510. 503 to 511. 504 to 511. 504 to 512. 504 to 513. 505 to 513. 506 to 513. 507 to 513. 507 to 514. 507 to 515. 508 to 515. 509 to 515. 510 to 515. 510 to 516. 510 to 517. 510 to 518. 511 to 518. 512 to 518. 513 to 518. 513 to 519. 514 to 519. 515 to 519. 516 to 519. 517 to 519. 518 to 519. 519 to 519. 520 to 519. 520 to 520. 520 to 521. 521 to 521. 522 to 521. 522 to 522. 522 to 523. 523 to 523. 524 to 523. 524 to 524. 524 to 525. 525 to 525. 526 to 525. 527 to 525. 527 to 526. 527 to 527. 527 to 528. 528 to 528. 528 to 529. 528 to 530. 529 to 530. 530 to 530. 530 to 531. 531 to 531. 532 to 531. 532 to 532. 533 to 532. 533 to 533. 534 to 533. 535 to 533. 535 to 534. 535 to 535. 535 to 536. 535 to 537. 536 to 537. 536 to 538. 537 to 538. 537 to 539. 538 to 539. 538 to 540. 539 to 540. 539 to 541. 539 to 542. 540 to 542. 541 to 542. 542 to 542. 543 to 542. 543 to 543. 543 to 544. 543 to 545. 544 to 545. 545 to 545. 545 to 546. 545 to 547. 545 to 548. 546 to 548. 547 to 548. 547 to 549. 547 to 550. 548 to 550. 549 to 550. 549 to 551. 549 to 552. 550 to 552. 551 to 552. 551 to 553. 552 to 553. 553 to 553. 553 553 to 554. 554 to 554. 555 to 554. 555 to 555. 556 to 555. 557 to 555. 557 to 556. 557 to 557. 557 to 558. 558 to 558. 559 to 558. 560 to 558. 560 to 559. 560 to 560. 560 to 561. 560 to 562. 560 to 563. 560 to 564. 560 to 565. 560 to 566. 561 to 566. 562 to 566. 563 to 566. 563 to 567. 564 to 567. 564 to 568.
Please like and comment. Please like and comment.
564 to 569.
Your favorite player. Comment. Your favorite player. Who is the real GOAT?
564 to 570.
Who is the real GOAT?
565 to 570.
Messi and Ronaldo. Who is the real GOAT?
566 to 570. 567 to 570. 568 to 570. 568 to 571. 568 to 572. 568 to 573. 569 to 573. 570 to 573. 571 to 573. 572 to 573. 572 to 574. 572 to 575. 572 to 576. 572 to 577. 573 to 577. 574 to 577. 575 to 577. 575 to 578. 575 to 579. 575 to 580. 575 to 581. 576 to 581. 577 to 581. 578 to 581. 578 to 582. 578 to 583. 579 to 583. 579 to 584. 579 to 585. 580 to 585. 581 to 585. 582 to 585.
Comment your country name. Comment your country name. Please comment your country name.
583 to 585. 583 to 586.
Comment your country name. Comment your country name.
584 to 586.
Comment your country name.
585 to 586. 586 to 586.
Comment your country name.
586 to 587. 587 to 587. 587 to 588.
Comment your country name. Comment your country name.
587 to 589. 587 to 590.
Comment your country name. Comment your country name.
587 to 591.
Comment your country name.
588 to 591. 588 to 592. 588 to 593. 588 to 594.
Comment your country name.
589 to 594. 589 to 595.
Who is the real God? Who is the real God?
589 to 596.
Ronaldo and MESSI.
589 to 597. 590 to 597.
Who is the real God? Comment. Your favorite player, Messi and Ronaldo. Your favorite player name.
591 to 597. 592 to 597. 592 to 598. 593 to 598. 594 to 598. 595 to 598. 595 to 599. 595 to 600. 596 to 600. 596 to 601. 597 to 601. 597 to 602. 598 to 602. 598 to 603. 599 to 603. 599 to 604. 599 to 605. 599 to 606. 600 to 606. 600 to 607. 601 to 607. 602 to 607. 603 to 607. 604 to 607. 605 to 607. 605 to 608. 605 to 609. 605 to 610. 605 to 611. 606 to 611. 606 to 612. 607 to 612. 608 to 612. 608 to 613. 609 to 613. 609 to 614. 610 to 614. 611 to 614. 612 to 614. 613 to 614. 614 to 614. 615 to 614. 615 to 615. 616 to 615. 616 to 616. 617 to 616. 617 to 617. 618 618 to 617. 619 to 617. 620 to 617. 620 to 618. 620 to 619. 620 to 620. 621 to 620. 622 to 620. 622 to 621. 623 to 621. 623 to 622. 624 to 622. 624 to 623. 624 to 624. 625 to 624. 626 to 624. 626 to 625. 627 to 625. 627 to 626. 628 to 626. 628 to 627. 629 to 627. 629 to 628. 630 to 628. 630 to 629. 630 to 630. 631 to 630. 632 to 630. 632 to 631. 632 to 632. 633 to 632. 634 to 632. 634 to 633. 634 to 634. 635 to 634. 636 to 634. 637 to 634. 638 to 634. 638 to 635. 638 to 636. 639 to 636. 639 to 637. 640 to 637. 640 to 638. 641 to 638. 642 to 638. 642 to 639. 642 to 640. 642 to 641. 642 to 642. 643 to 642. 644 to 642. 644 to 643. 645 to 643. 645 to 644. 646 to 644. 647 to 644. 647 to 645. 647 to 646. 647 to 647. 647 to 648. 647 to 649. 648 to 649. 649 to 649. 650 to 649. 650 to 650. 651 to 650. 651 to 651. 652 to 651.
Please complete 100 lad. Please complete 100 likes.
652 to 652.
Please complete 100 like. Please complete.
652 to 653.
Please complete 100 like.
653 to 653. 653 to 654.
Please complete 100 like. Please.
653 to 655. 654 to 655. 655 to 655. 656 to 655. 657 to 655. 658 to 655. 659 to 655. 660 to 655. 661 to 655. 662 to 655. 663 to 655. 663 to 656. 664 to 656. 665 to 656. 666 to 656. 667 to 656. 668 to 656. 669 to 656. 669 to 657. 669 to 658. 670 to 658. 672 to 658. 672 to 659. 673 to 659. 674 to 659. 674 to 660. 675 to 660. 675 to 661. 676 to 661. 676 to 662. 676 to 663. 676 to 664. 676 to 665. 677 to 665. 677 to 666. 678 to 666. 678 to 667. 679 to 667. 680 to 667.
Please complete 100 like, please.
680 to 668. 680 to 669. 680 to 670.
Please one more like to 100.
680 to 671.
Please give me one like to 100.
681 to 671. 682 to 671.
Please 1 lakh to 100.
682 to 672.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
$683 to 672.
Comment your country name. Comment your country name.
$683 to 673. $683 to 674. $683 to 675.
Comment your country name. Comment your country name.
$684 to 675. $684 to 676. $685 to 676. $686 to 676. $687 to 676. $687 to 677. $687 to 678. $687 to 679. $687 to 680. $687 to 681. $688 to 681.
1000 win. 1000 win.
$688 to 682. $689 to 682. $690 to 682. $691 to 682. $691 to 683. $692 to 683. $693 to 683. $694 to 683. $695 to 683. $696 to 683. $697 to 683. $697 to 684. $697 to 685. $698 to 685. 698 to 686. 699 to 686. 700 to 686. 701 to 686. 701 to 687. 701 to 688. 702 to 688. 703 to 688. 703 to 689. 704 to 689. 705 to 689. 706 to 689. 707 to 689. 707 to 690. 707 to 691. 707 to 692. 708 to 692. 708 to 693. 708 to 694. 708 to 695. 709 to 695. 709 to 696. 709 to 697. 710 to 697. 710 to 698.
Comment your country name. Comment your country name.
710 to 699.
Double tap to screen. Double tap to screen.
710 to 700. 711 to 700.
Please double tap. Double tap. Double tap.
711 to 701. 712 to 701. 712 to 702. 712 to 703. 712 to 704. 712 to 705. 713 to 705. 713 to 706. 714 to 706. 715 to 706. 716 to 706. 716 to 707. 717 to 707.
720 last match. 720 last match win. Okay.
Seven 717 to 708.
720 last match. 720 last match.
717 to 709.
720 last match.
718 to 709.
Please like 720 last match. Like and comment. 720 last match.
719 to 709.
Messi
720 to 709.
win. Messi win. Messi win. Okay, good night. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Okay, good night. Please like and subscribe. Tomorrow new live stream. Messi and Aishu Speed. Aishu Speed. Aishu Speed. Messi and Aishu Speed. Messi and Aishu Speed combat tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Tomorrow Mr. Beast. Aishu Speed. Mr. Beast. Aishu Speed. Tomorrow. Okay. Like and subscribe. Okay. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.